guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. It's hard to believe it has been 1 year, 365 days since Madalina Cojocari was last seen. Now, she was officially last seen on November 21st around 5 p.m. And today would be November 22nd, which is when her mother is claiming that she saw her. But then, of course, she later on changed her story. So we're going to go through the timeline a bit. And the chief of Cornelius PD also put out a statement this week marking the 1 year and their continued dedication to finding Madalina. November 21st, 2022. Madalina is seen getting off of her school bus. November 22nd, 2022. Mom, Madalina Cojocari, told police that she last saw Madalina on 11/22, which is November 22nd, around 12 p.m. She later changed her story, saying that she last saw her on November 23rd at approximately 10 p.m. So obviously her story is not consistent at all. Now, this is the same night that Diana informed Cornelius PD that she and Christopher Palmiter, Madalina's stepfather, had a fight. Police records show that Palmiter left town that evening, which would have been the 23rd, and drove to Michigan to, quote, pick up items. He told police he hadn't seen Madalina for a week prior to that date, which I find very, very odd. So he's saying he hadn't seen her for a week before the 23rd. That doesn't make a lot of sense at all. Diana told police that Christopher actually left on the 24th, not the 23rd as he claimed. Again, there's inconsistencies in both of their stories. Christopher Palmiter reportedly returned home on November 26th and told police that was the day that he asked Diana where Madalina was. He said that she told him she didn't know, because we don't expect a mother to actually know where her child is, right? Police reports state that they both accused each other of hiding Madalina. Remember, they went back and forth going, oh, you took her. Oh, you took her. I don't know where. You must be hiding her. You must be hiding her. It was as if she was a remote control and you're asking the person to get off their butt, off the sofa, because you don't believe them and you must be sitting on the remote. Madalina is not an item. She's a child. Neither parent reported Madalina missing until December 15th. Which is highly ridiculous, as we all know. Police have released that Diana visited the mountains in Madison County, North Carolina, between November 22nd and December 15th. On December 12th, a school resource officer visited Madalina's home because she had been absent since the 21st, which was when she was last seen getting off of that school bus. No one answered the door when that SRO arrived at the home. The SRO then asked Diana to meet him at the school about her daughter on 12/15. So the school was trying to get answers, but unfortunately it took them a little bit of time. She told the school resource officer that she would bring Madalina with her. When Diana showed up at the school on the 15th, she did not have Madalina with her. She told the SRO as well as a school counselor that she hadn't seen her daughter since November 22nd at 12 p.m. At that point, detectives entered the picture and they went to her home to look for clues as to where Madalina might be. The FBI was also called in to assist with the search, and that would have been on the 16th of December. Inside the home, law enforcement located Madalina's backpack and clothes were missing. Both parents, Christopher and Diana, were arrested on the 17th of December 2022. Arrest records show that Diana told them after her arrest that she contacted family in Moldova about Madalina's disappearance. She told law enforcement that she feared calling police because Chris had put her family in danger. She didn't seem to elaborate on that, just that she felt that she was in danger. She also told law enforcement that a backpack and clothes belonging to Madalina were gone from their home. This led police to search the home yet again. This was on 12/21. A search warrant was secured on the 30th of December of last year to search the home, and it turned up several unknown, undisclosed items. The warrants do show detectives were looking for documentation of Madalina's residence, clothing, weapons, financial documents, hair, bodily fluids, and other DNA evidence. On January 3rd, 2023, Diana and Christopher were both indicted for failing to report Madalina missing. Investigators revealed on March 8th that there was, quote, an extensive communication on 12/2/2022, unquote, with a relative whose phone records reveal multiple calls to phone numbers belonging to unidentified targets involved in T3 drug narcotics trafficking investigations. April 11th was Madalina's birthday, which would have been her 12th birthday, and there was no sign of the young girl on her 12th birthday, which of course should have been a happy day for her, turning 12 years old. While in jail, Madalina Cojocari was charged with a drug possession on the 14th of April. The charges were later dismissed on July 6th. Remember, that was when she claimed that she had found some drugs in the shower and she just decided to keep them? Yeah, because that's normal. And on August 18th, 2023, Christopher Palmiter posted bond after his bond was lowered from $200,000 to $25,000. And Madalina Cojocari remains in jail as of today. Yeah. So, sadly, there's not a lot known. More than that, I think that the law enforcement does know more than they're telling, but there's still a lot that they're asking the public's help on. This is the Cornelius Police Department's missing poster, and there's been a few that some folks have made, but there's two real official posters. This one is from Cornelius PD, and then there's the FBI poster. Now, this one here shows Diana and her Prius. And police are still looking for information on if anyone spotted her or her Prius during those dates that she was supposedly in the mountains. So if you have any information on that, please do contact the number on the poster. And again, they need any tips to bring this sweet 12-year-old girl home. And this would be the official poster from the FBI. Again, this one actually states that she's been missing since November 23rd. Like I said, it's been the 21st was the last official sighting of her on that school bus. So I think it's anywhere between the 21st and 23rd that there is some indiscrepancy. But either way, today's the 22nd as I record this. This sweet girl has not been seen in a year. And if you know anything, please do call Cornelius PD, call the FBI, or heck, if you know anything else, you can even call 911. But please do call in any tips. If you spot her, please do call law enforcement.
Somehow I'm praying for a miracle that we will find her again.
A missing persons case filled with mystery. Tomorrow marks 1 year since Madalina Cojocari was last seen alive. No one has seen this 12-year-old from Cornelius since she got off her school bus on November 21st, 2022. WBTV has been following this story all year, and still tonight, No one knows where she might be or who's responsible for her disappearance.
WBTV anchor Alex Giles spoke one-on-one with the Cornelius police chief about the massive effort to find Madalina. It's a conversation you'll only see on WBTV.
To Cornelius Police Chief David Baucom, investigating the disappearance of Madalina Cojocari is more than just work. Just talking about the case makes him emotional.
Our motivation is Madalina. We want to find her.
This chief and his department, they are amazingly dedicated to Madalina. And I follow them on Facebook and throughout socials, and I encourage you to as well if you're following Madalina's case. And they're amazing. They're doing amazing work. And I think about them and how much this affects them as well. It reminds me of Fruitland in Michael Vaughn's case. And this is another amazing police department doing great work.
For a year now, he and his officers have been trying to find this young girl. This video from November 21st, 2022 has been broadcast all over. It shows then 11-year-old Madalina getting off of a school bus. It was 2 days before she disappeared.
As a father, what do you think when you see that video and know that that may be the last time she's seen by a lot of people?
It's heartbreaking looking back at the video. You know, she looked so innocent getting off the school bus, going home just like any other 11-year-old kid would be doing. And, you know, and then 3 or 4 weeks later, that's when our investigation began.
According to official records, a school resource officer visited the home in Cornelius where Madalina had been living on December 12th. Records show she hadn't been to school in weeks. On December 14th, Madalina's mother, Diana, reported her missing. The next day, the Cornelius Police Department began its investigation into the little girl's disappearance. On December 17th, Diana Cojocari and Madalina's stepfather, Christopher Palmer, were charged for failing to report Madalina missing in a timely manner.
How often is it that you guys have to charge someone for failing to report someone missing?
Well, this is the first time that I'm aware that we've ever charged anyone with this, much less a parent.
Then, in January of 2023, a grand jury indicted Palmer and Diana Cojocari. In March, unsealed warrants showed that Diana Cojocari had requested a family member smuggle her and her daughter away from their home in Cornelius.
This is the relative that they're speaking of that may have had contact with Madalina, of course, and Diana. Is Octavian involved in Madalina's disappearance? I believe he's definitely a person of interest. Whether or not his intentions are good, I don't know, but he's definitely I'm sure being watched as much as possible, and he's on the list, I'm sure, of the investigators.
Cornelius. A relative stated that Diana Cojocari had told him that she was in a bad relationship with Palmer and wanted a divorce. On April 11th, community members gathered in Cornelius to celebrate Madalina's 12th birthday.
As a community, for us to stay together, come together, and keep her in our thoughts and prayers is a great thing.
In July, unsealed search warrants noted that Madalina's mother floated a theory that Madalina was given away for money.
Do you guys have any reason to believe that Madalina could have been sold?
I can't comment on that.
Sadly, that's because the trafficking, I have to be careful how I say that, has been floated, put out there as a possible reason that she may have been taken, and she's out there with some sort of a ring. I do hope that's not the case, but out of all the cases that I've been following the last couple of years or so, this one seems really probable, and law enforcement doesn't usually put that possibility out there lightly. So definitely, sadly, it's on the table as a possibility.
In August, Diana Cojocari pleaded not guilty to a charge of failing to report her daughter missing. Then on the 18th, Christopher Palmer bonded out of jail after his bond was reduced. He too pleaded not guilty to a charge of failing to report Madalina missing. We tried to speak with Palmer outside of the county jail and outside of his home. As the community marks the one-year anniversary of Madalina's disappearance, investigators are still hard at work. Chief Balcom tells me his department has received hundreds of tips about Madalina, and his detectives have spent thousands of hours investigating the little girl's disappearance.
It is difficult because the public wants details, and we just can't share those details. You know, we just want the public to know that we're doing everything we can to find her, and we will continue to do that.
Is there any reason to believe that you guys are close to a resolution in this case?
I believe we are, because I believe we're going to find Madalina. So it's just a matter of time. The information is there. Someone knows something, someone saw something, and they've either told us and we haven't uncovered it yet, or they just haven't shared it with us. But I believe that we're going to find her.
Reporting in Cornelius, Alex Giles, WBTV.
I really hope that they've gotten the tip that they need, like he said, and they just need to get back through it. Or someone that knows calls in, calls the tip line, calls the FBI. This girl, this now 12-year-old girl, deserves to be found and returned to a loving family. I don't know if that's going to be Diana or Christopher, or even the grandmother at this point, who has come out, and she is the mother of Diana. She is believing pretty much what Diana tells her. But that said, I really do hope that Cornelius PD and the FBI can bring her home soon, and that she can be brought home and start being a kid again. Because who knows what kind of life she's living right now. So I pray that she's found soon. And if you have any tips, please do call them in. I'm going to put the number on the screen here. Please do call in if you have any tips or you've spotted her. And again, if you spotted Diana in her Prius during those key dates last year, which would have been November 22nd through December 15th, 2022, which was when she was in the mountains. If you have any information about that, or again, the location of Madalina, please do call Cornelius Police Department or the FBI. Let's bring this girl home, and let's have a happy ending to this one. With that said, that's all I've got for this one. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and most of all, stay safe.